I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, May the 19th, 2016. Avigdor Lieberman has reportedly accepted the position of Israel's next Minister of Defense. The leader of the Yisrael Beitenu party was offered the position yesterday by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu had been holding talks yesterday with Lieberman after opposition leader Isaac Herzog froze his own talks with the Prime Minister to possibly bring his party, the Zionist Union, into the coalition. As we reported to you earlier this week, Netanyahu is trying to expand his coalition, which only holds a slight majority in the Knesset of 61 seats out of 120. Lieberman's party would add 6 seats to that. If Lieberman is actually appointed, he would replace the current Defense Minister Moshe Ya'alon. And while not mentioning Netanyahu or Lieberman, Ya'alon seemed to respond to the news in comments he made during a meeting with the heads of Israel's youth movements at the Army's Tel Aviv headquarters today, where he said, "Our moral compass for basic questions has been lost." Others in the government are also expressing their criticism of the offer to Lieberman, who is known for his hard-line right-wing political views. The Palestinian Foreign Ministry blasted the Lieberman naming, saying, quote, "It confirms the lack of a peace partner in Israel." They accused the Prime Minister of promoting extremism in his inclusion of Lieberman. Israel Hayom reports that Netanyahu will be meeting with Ya'alon and would perhaps offer him the foreign minister position, making room for Lieberman as defense chief. Final negotiations between Netanyahu and Lieberman and his officially joining the coalition could happen as early as tomorrow morning. The Times of Israel reports that an unnamed Israeli official said that despite Lieberman's known hardline views, if a coalition is formed, it's important to note that both PM Netanyahu and Lieberman support a solution based on 2 states for 2 peoples. Legislation to help protect religious freedoms, including Jewish ritual animal slaughter, passed unanimously in the House of Representatives this week. The Frank Wolf International Religious Freedom Act was spearheaded by New Jersey Representative Chris Smith. It gives the U.S. administration and the U.S. State Department new resources to help combat the persecution of Christians and anti-Semitism, especially on the rise in Europe. Smith said that a robust religious freedom diplomacy is necessary to advance U.S. interests in stability, security, and economic development. He said where there is more religious freedom, there is more economic freedom, more women's empowerment, more political stability, more freedom of speech, and less terrorism. The bill now heads to the Senate for its consideration. Israel received its first medal at the European Championships taking place this month in London. The silver medal was won by Israeli swimmer Gal Nevo yesterday as he swam the 200-meter individual medley. Nevo is part of Israel's 27-member swim team on the roster this year, its largest ever for the championships. Nevo, along with 5 other qualifying Israeli swimmers, have now set their sights on the Olympic Games in Rio this coming August. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, May the 19th. At 8 o'clock, Dov Waxman, who is professor of political science at Northeastern University, talks about the arguments American Jews have over the future of Israel. That's from JBS's exclusive TV coverage of Limud New York 2016 in Stamford, Connecticut. Then at 9, Mark Golub sits down with founder and CEO of the Susan G. Komen for the Cure Foundation, Nancy Brinker, on L'chaim. And at 10 tonight, ISGAP's Charles Small discusses anti-Semitism, also from Limud. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, May the 19th, 2016. I'm Teisha Bader.